Is that his hand? I don't think I've ever been attracted to somebody's hand before until now. But maybe it's like breakup sexy time music. So there was probably like a million people Googling how to become a coat hanger. Hey everyone, I'm Laura, average therapist by day, fandom therapist by night, helping you to navigate all the fandom feels because music is my therapy. And today's therapy session is brought to you by a highly requested music video, and that is V's Singularity. Oh boy, I don't know if I'm ready for this because this has been one of those that everyone's like, Laura, this is a thirst trap, so you better be ready. But I've already watched Dimple and Pied Piper, and I just did My Time, both performances, so I'm hopeful that I will be able to survive. But what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to start off with the lyrics first because a lot of people have told me that the lyrics are like really deep and meaningful. So I'm going to start off on reviewing them on dual set, and then I will react to the actual music video. So just a disclaimer, I already read through the entire lyrics because I started how I normally do and just do like, you know, chunk by chunk reacting to it. And I was like, whoa, like this is like 99% imagery, so I need some more context. So I did read through them all, and now I'm going to like react to them, you know, a couple lines at a time. A sound of something breaking, I suddenly wake up from sleep. A sound full of unfamiliarity, I cover my ears, but I can't fall asleep. So I'm interpreting his like waking up from sleeping from a sound of something breaking to like first indicate that this is like a moment of awareness for him. Like he's waking up as if he's been dreaming all this time. And the sound of something breaking like is likely like him becoming aware of like the negative or toxic aspects of his relationship that is breaking type of thing. And it's unfamiliar sound, I cover my ears, I can't fall asleep. So again, that kind of tells me, at least how I'm interpreting it, is that this is like a new revelation for him in regards to his relationship, and one that he like wants to forget or ignore what he's realizing, but he can't fall back asleep. And again, this is just my interpretation. This is not necessarily what the song is meant to relay. I'm just interpreting as I see fit. My throat gets sore. I try to rap it, but I don't have a voice. I hear that sound today yet again. So my throat gets sore. That could be like from his trying to like speak up and not being able to because he doesn't have a voice in this relationship, whether that's from like his own choosing or not. And that could also though be from like holding back his voice or like holding back tears. I don't know if it's just me, but when I'm on the brink of tears and I try to hold them back, like I try to rein in that like those types of powerful emotions, like I always get a really sore throat. So that's just a random thing, a random interpretation that it reminded me of. I hear that sound today yet again. So I'm interpreting that as him hearing the breaking sound again that he doesn't want to hear. So again, like becoming more and more aware of the fact that his relationship is basically breaking, crumbling. And what I'm really liking about this song is that it doesn't technically have to be like a romantic relationship. Like it could be a friendship. It could be between family members. Like this is definitely very neutral in terms of what type of relationship it's talking about. It's raining again, that sound, a crack on this frozen lake yet again. You know I threw myself in that lake. You know I buried my voice for you. So again, there's that breaking sound, but it's raining this time. So I'm interpreting that as it's becoming like even more pronounced and difficult to ignore. And that ringing sound is what creates a crack on the frozen lake, which I'm guessing is probably a metaphor for like his identity within that relationship. Like him feeling like his voice isn't able to like rise above the surface of that lake. Maybe he's like feeling like metaphorically like cold or numb, or like he's drowning and there's no surface that he can break through because, you know, there's the frozen ice. Maybe that he's hidden himself beneath the surface of that frozen lake, or like his relationship is sucking the warmth out of his life. I feel like there's a million ways that you could interpret that like frozen lake imagery. So, I threw myself in that lake. I buried my voice for you. So I'm interpreting that as him basically admitting to the fact that, at least in the beginning, like he chose to bury his voice and hide who he is because he probably like loves and cares for the other person, probably wanted to make them happy and put their happiness above his own, just wanted to be who they wanted him to be. On the winter lake I threw myself in, a thick ice has formed. Even in the dream I briefly went into, the phantom pain that tortures me remains still. So again, like maybe he just doesn't feel like he can break through that ice, like be himself in that relationship, like find his voice. And then that line of, even in the dream I briefly went into, the phantom pain that tortures me remains still. I personally think this is referencing like the beginning when he said when he woke from sleep, right? So to me, it just kind of sounds like he convinced himself for a time that everything was all right in their relationship. Probably focusing like more on like the positive things and ignoring the warning signs and the fact that he was losing himself, which let's be honest, hashtag relatable. I feel like everybody has experienced that to some degree in a relationship, but it also feels like he's also acknowledging the fact that he was at least somewhat aware of what was going on. Like even if the pain that this relationship brought him felt phantom, like he couldn't decipher where it was coming from, he was still feeling it. Have I lost myself or have I gained you? I suddenly run to the lake. Oh, in the lake, there is my face. That is such beautiful imagery. Have I lost myself or have I gained you? So how I'm interpreting that is he's just asking like, was losing himself and his voice and who he is within the confines of this relationship, like, was it worth it if he gained the other person? I beg you, please, don't say any word. I reach my hand to cover the mouth, but eventually someday spring will come and the ice will melt and flow away. Again, super, super beautiful imagery that I'm interpreting as him like begging the other person, to not say a word. He's covering their mouth. So basically it's him knowing how close he is to having like to let this relationship go, that he can't hide from the truth any longer, especially if they continue on the same path that they're on and in the same patterns that they've been falling into. And also just sounds like he's becoming more aware of himself and finding his voice again, and he knows that that's inevitable, i.e. like the spring will come and the ice will melt and flow away. Like he knows that that's the path that they're on, or he's on. Tell me if my voice is fake. Should I have not thrown myself away? Tell me if even the pain is fake. What should I have done then? So I'm interpreting this as him like coming to terms with the fact that like everything about his relationship has been like fake, like a dream, like causing like even his voice and the pain that he feels to feel fake, and just seems like he's still grappling with like whether or not he lost himself or he gained the other person, right? And does he regret his decision? Should he have done something different, avoided the relationship in the first place, etc.? So that's kind of what I'm taking from that. So yeah, absolutely love the lyrics, just full of gorgeous, beautiful imagery. I love the ice and frozen lake and spring coming and the ice will melt and flow away. Like all of those, just absolutely beautiful. And it really just paints a picture in your mind of how he must be feeling. So yeah, absolutely love these lyrics. All right, and now let's watch the video. I'm guessing this will probably be one where I do 2 run-throughs. Like the first one will just be like letting it play, and then the second one I'll do it where I might like pause and comment and react. So is that his hand? That was his hand. Okay. Ooh. I'm guessing that was like the frozen lake, like him under the frozen lake, like the surface. What was that? Yes, V with the choreo. What is this masterpiece? My God. Oh, and his backup dancers aren't Korean. That is so cool. I love. Oh, I love that. The black with all of the masks. Whoever came up with the concept for this music video was genius. Ooh. Oh, wait. What was that? And why am I feeling like a certain type of way? Like, if I had not read the lyrics before I watched this video, I would have sworn that that was like sexy time music. You know what I mean? But maybe it's like breakup sexy time music. Oh my God. And I was getting like R&B, neo soul vibes in his voice. I have never heard a voice like V's, ever. Whew, yeah. You know, I still stick with what I say about JK being my ultimate bias, but I think V is like my ultimate bias wrecker. Like, again, I'm still OT7. I adore every single one of them. I love them each for different reasons. But I definitely think JK is my ultimate bias and V is my ultimate bias wrecker, because basically everything that that man does wrecks me. And then I go back to JK after being completely and thoroughly wrecked. JK is like my safe space, okay? We're definitely watching that again. Why do I have the feeling that after this music video, there was probably like 1 million people Googling how to become a coat hanger? Because honestly, I kind of feel like Googling that. But yeah, his hand, oh my God, that was so incredibly sexy. But I'm also wondering if the fact that it's like a coat hanger or rack or whatever they're called, is kind of tied to the end where he's like, this basically this has all been fake, you know, or a dream or something. Yeah. And again, I love the fact that his backup dancers aren't Korean, because at least when I first got into K-pop back in like 2008 onward, I cannot remember a single music video or performance where all the backup dancers were not Korean. So it's really cool to see like a little bit of like diversity in their music videos. And I saw that with like on Kinetic Manifesto as well. Ooh, and that, hold on, where was it? Ah, there we go. Like that is definitely taking me to like him being under the frozen lake, can't break out of it. I think that's what that scene is supposed to symbolize. His dancing, this choreo is fantastic. I just love that little move. And I love the fact that it gets red when he's talking about basically like being in pain, like his throat getting worse. Love it. V, please stop touching yourself. I don't think I've ever been attracted to somebody's hand before until now, but I am attracted to V's hand. Let's just put that out there. Oh, I love this. In the all black with the masks. And okay, so he was just, okay. So that blue was supposed to be like him jumping out onto the frozen lake, because you see the little crack in it. Oh, is that supposed to be like him kind of like, yeah, like he's buried himself, right? Like he's in a casket, but not. But he like buried himself, his voice, his identity for this person. Oh my God. Oh. The beat, my God. Okay, so he had that first shot where he looked like he was dead, or you know, like in a casket type of thing, and now his eyes are opening, like he's waking up. And I don't mean like dead, you know what I mean, like a casket, but it gave you that look of like, you know, someone laying there not alive. But now he's waking up. And I'm wondering if these shots where he's like in here with the newspaper and all the flowers and everything, I'm wondering if that's supposed to be like the dream world, like the world that he's in when he's still asleep, maybe. You know, that kind of comfort, beautiful world where he's still in love. Or whatever he's feeling, still having a good relationship with this person. What does his shirt say? Is there a dance practice for this one? If there is, let me know. Hold on, wait a second. Did I just see? Does his earring say loved? Okay. Okay, so that does make me wonder if that scene with all the flowers and stuff is like him in like the dream world when he's still asleep and he's at least convincing himself that he's loved. And maybe he is loved, just not in the way that's healthy for him. Okay, so that was the spring coming and melting it away. Yeah, okay, so the frozen lake is melted. Okay. Oh my god. Hold on, I have to watch that again. Oh, I think that's my favorite choreo of the entire song. Yeah, definitely downloading that song. That was... I loved everything about that from V's voice, which, god damn it. That man's voice. Like, seriously, I don't know that I've ever heard anybody who sounds like him. It's just rich and husky and deep, and yet has a little bit of like this high, like, twang to it. I don't even know how to describe it. It's beautiful. His dancing, that choreo, the hand thing, just the video with all of the imagery. The beats, I loved, like I said earlier, that like kind of R&B, neo soul. Oh, yeah. I'm downloading that song ASAP. All right, all that is it for today's therapy session. I hope y'all are smiling as big as I am and just basking in all the happy feels. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell if you'd like to see more videos like this in the future. Bye, everyone.